As I stand here looking out into the crowd, all I can think is, wow, look at how far we have come. It was more than a decade ago that our parents sent us out with book bags that were bigger than us, lunch boxes we could barely carry, and a set of rules and morals that would shape us into the adults you see seated here before you today. We jumped onto a school bus to spend half of the day at a kindergarten center. As the bus pulled away, our parents looked at us with tears in their eyes. Whatever the reason for the tears were, they understood what Mark Twain meant when he said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started."
Please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Upper Darby High School senior Julia Fan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, Upper Darby, faculty and staff. I'd like to welcome you back to the 2022-2023 school year and give a huge thank you to Upper Darby High School senior Julia Pham for her beautiful rendition of the national anthem. It is my hope that returning staff had a chance to take a break and re-energize this summer. And for our new staff members, I hope you are all ready to build on the excitement in starting a new chapter in your professional careers. Before we move on to introduce our dedicated Board of School Directors, I would like to recognize that this year will certainly bring new challenges to all of us. However, these new hurdles and obstacles should never change your belief in our children's potential and what you stand for in education. I hope you have the chance to reflect on this as the year progresses. Now I'd like to introduce our Board of School Directors. Please welcome Mr. Neil Desnoyers, Dr. Meredith Hegg, Ms. Desiree Lamar Murphy, Ms. Rachel Mitchell, Mr. David Neal, Mr. Damian Warsavage, Ms. Deborah Williams, Vice President Mr. Donald Fields, and Board President Mr. Edward Brown. At this time, I'd like to welcome Board President Edward Brown to address the district.
Hello, Upper Darby School District. I am Ed Brown, and I am the proud president of the Upper Darby Board of School Directors. Welcome to the 2022-2023 school year. My theme this school year is, it's all about you. This is the closest that we've had to normal in several years, so take advantage of this return to normalcy and enjoy. By attending Upper Darby, you're already royal, but that means that you deserve the best in every way. Do you know how you can thrive this school year? First, to our amazing teachers and staff. Build new relationships with your students, colleagues, staff, and principals. You'll be spending a lot of time together, so embrace the experience. Remember how important your role is. No one is more important to this complex process than you. Lean on your colleagues when necessary. You are in it together, and it's okay to need a little help sometimes. Look after yourself. If you're not okay, your students won't be okay, and it's okay to not be okay all the time. Love your new students. A new school year brings new minds ready to be shaped. Now, some advice for our wonderful students. Get to know your teachers and establish a positive relationship with them. Make new friends and strengthen ties with old friends. Introduce two friends that don't know each other. Learn a new language and greet someone in the language that you've learned. Try a new activity or join a new club. Spend the most time on your most challenging subject. Learn the importance of service and find a nonprofit organization and volunteer. Send me an email later in the year and let me know how many of these things you've been able to accomplish. I'd love to hear from you. There's a lot of work that's been done by a lot of people to make sure that everything is ready for you to have a great year. First, I'd like to acknowledge my passionate team of school board directors who are so committed to creating the best educational environment for our students. I'd like to thank Superintendent Dan McGarry and his all-star administrative team who continue to work tirelessly to put our students in a position to flourish. I am also grateful for all new teachers, staff, and administrators who are eager to get started in their roles by joining the Upper Darby family or by wearing a new hat in a different capacity. I am also appreciative of the amazing teachers, support staff, and all the professionals in our district who continue to be so flexible and accommodating during these times while keeping the focus on our students. Thank you, parents, for entrusting us with your most precious jewels and allowing us to educate them. Lastly, to the students, thank you for embracing this year and attacking it with the energy, enthusiasm, and passion that I know will bring you great success. What's my theme for this year? It's all about you. Make us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, President Brown. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to what will again be another meaningful school year. Today, I have the privilege of introducing the new members to the Upper Darby family. Just before I do that, I would like to acknowledge everyone that has been part of the Upper Darby School District family for 25 years or more. We thank you for your commitment to serving our students and the families throughout our district. To you, we say, good job, good job. And welcome to all of the new teachers and staff. We look forward to the positive impact that you will have in the lives of our students throughout the rest of your career. At this time, I would like to recognize and appreciate our union leaders and association leaders. The president of the Upper Darby Education Support Professionals Association, Ms. Denise Kennedy. The president of the Transport Workers Union of America, Local 289, Mr. Chris Rossiter. The president of the Upper Darby Education Association, Dr. Linda Fox. The president of the Upper Darby Administrators and Supervisors Association, Mr. Mark Comfort. We thank you for your commitment and service to the members of your association. Over the summer, we've had a number of changes in title and responsibility among some of our administrators. We've also added extra support at our elementary schools. I would like to recognize Jill Palladino, principal of Drexel Hill Middle School. Wayne Remy, principal of Beverly Hills Middle School. Russell Bendon, our new athletic director. Kelly Simone, Director of Secondary Education. Dr. Greg Manfrey, Director of Elementary Education. Dr. Chris Puglisi, Principal of Walter M. Sinkow Elementary School. Dr. Matthew Alloway, Principal of Upper Darby High School. Dr. Brian Ursone, Director of Pupil Services. Kamisha Simpson, Supervisor of Human Resources. Robert Yamola, Controller of Finance. Jeffrey Wilkinson, Assistant Manager of Facilities. Susan Campbell, Principal of Hillcrest Elementary School. Nina Tyre, Supervisor of Payroll and Benefits. Andrea Simpson, Assistant Principal of Aronimink Elementary School. Aaron Smith, Assistant Principal of Beverly Hills Middle School. Morgan Fuller, Assistant Principal of Beverly Hills Middle School. Janet Newby, Assistant Principal of Bywood Elementary School. Cynthia Millord, Assistant Principal of Charles Kelly Elementary School. Gretchen Camiso, Assistant Principal of Drexel Hill Middle School. Kelly Manzaritas, Assistant Principal of Garriford Elementary School. Terrence Williams, Assistant Principal of Highland Park Elementary School. William Moore, Assistant Principal of Hillcrest Elementary School. Janine Muberry, Assistant Principal of the Kindergarten Center. Matthew Casertano, Assistant Principal at Primus Elementary School. Desmond Chisholm, Assistant Principal of Stonehurst Elementary School. Charles Sawyer, Assistant Principal at Upper Darby High School. Jason Kushak, Assistant Principal at Upper Darby High School. Joseph Niagara, Assistant Principal at Upper Darby High School. Joshua Peterkin, Assistant Principal at Upper Darby High School. Kathleen Flanagan, Assistant Principal at Upper Darby High School. Pete Papageorge, Assistant Principal of Walter M. Sinkow Elementary School. Anna Marie DeLosi, Assistant Principal at Westbrook Park Elementary School. Finally, I would like to introduce some of the newest members of the Upper Darby family. As we think about these little bundles of possibilities and move forward as a family, I ask that you be the difference that our students need during these times. I wish you all the best in your endeavors this year. Please join me in welcoming the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Dan McGarry.
Good morning and welcome back. This summer certainly passed very quickly, but I hope that you were able to find some time to relax, decompress, and rejuvenate. The past 2 years have been tremendously challenging, and I know that our ability to open our schools and keep them open last year took a lot out of everyone. I'm looking forward to next year when we plan on holding our back-to-school kickoff meeting in person again. Unfortunately, we continue to find ourselves navigating COVID-19. I want to start off my remarks this morning by saying thank you. It has been a total team effort to get us to where we are today. We once again find ourselves opening a school year facing similar, if not more, adversity than we've ever faced. But I believe that we will rise to the occasion as we always do and figure out ways to provide our students the best education we can. It is not easy preparing for such an exciting day here in the district because you are looking for the right blend of encouragement, enthusiasm, and honesty to begin the school year. As I share with you each year on opening day, I am asked by the Board of School Directors to provide them with a self-evaluation of our efforts to improve the district at the conclusion of each year. You know the process, you know what I'm talking about, the one the state has adopted where you're asked to rate yourself in several categories. Throughout the process, you find yourself thundering away, trying to prove your value and what you have accomplished. During my process of self-evaluation, I started to rattle off the number of nights out, encouraging parent involvement and engaging with parents, the Home and School Association meetings, the district group home and school meetings, specific school events, board meetings, policy decisions, emergency events, contract negotiations, committee meetings, facilities projects, and the list continued. I have to be honest that as I started to review what we accomplished as an organization last year, I went from feeling pretty proud to feeling slightly frustrated and defeated. I did not feel this way because of a lack of support by the board or the team we have here in the district. I know how much we did and what it took to open our schools, to keep them open, and to push forward with new plans and improvements. I felt the way that I did because while we were under such great pressure, facing so many obstacles, and working so hard to meet each challenge, something was lost. We lost sight of celebrating each and every accomplishment, of stopping to smell the roses, so to speak, of enjoying what we've gotten done and the people, us. When you stop and think about it, we've had 2, and I would argue 3, societal changing realities hit all at the same time. We have faced and continue to face a pandemic, social injustice, and now a national crisis that is crippling our profession. As I begin to prepare for today, a major question stood out to me as I started to review the effort that I and we put into this profession. The time away from your own family events, the stress and pressure that comes with the responsibility of leading this district, and the huge boulder that encompasses test scores, staffing, school safety, politics, policies, parent engagement, facilities, and on and on. The question is, am I or we making a difference? I recognize that this is how all of you feel most of the time when you try to accomplish your jobs here in the district. For the first time in my career, and I've been through some difficult times, I really got to a very unnerving place. I recognize that many of you got to this very same place as well. So I asked myself, where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? I decided to go through some of my routines that help me clear my mind, make decisions, and gain deeper insight. Now, as some of you may know or may know not about me, I'm very routine-oriented. One of my routines is to read through current events from different news outlets regarding various topics as soon as I wake up each morning. I try to keep things in perspective, and I try to take time to look at all sides of the discussion. The morning after I completed my self-evaluation, feeling defeated and frustrated as a result of the current state of public education and how we are treated, I began my routine prior to my daily workout. I started by reviewing the typical news outlets that are always attacking one another, other national news outlets, and the local news. Needless to say, I was not off to a mentally healthy start, but without fail, I found some inspiration, hope, and a sense of purpose. During my review of national and local topics, I stumbled upon an article about a football coach who quit his job, a job that was paying him millions and millions of dollars a year. This is not a Jerry Maguire moment or a plug for you to quit, so please just bear with me. I had never followed this coach or knew much about him. And in all fairness and honesty, I really only care about one college football team, the University of Notre Dame. So typically I would put the article down. Nonetheless, in this situation, I read the article on why this coach quit his job. A job where he was well respected for his craft, in a job making millions of dollars. What I read really hit home and came down to his once, now lost, ability to answer the following question. Take away the job, the title, the money. Who am I? After struggling to be able to answer this question, the coach decided to write out his core beliefs. And he started to really question his purpose. What became very clear to the coach and to me as I read the article is the reason he started down the career path as a coach in the first place mirrored the reason I started down my career path, and I would bet it mirrors the reason many of you started down this career path. He stated in his interview that he loved his job because he enjoyed the magic of working with young people. Think about that, the magic of working with young people. I kept rereading that line over and over to myself. Sadly for this coach, the magic was gone, and the grind of the job began to overshadow the magic and his ability to develop young people. When I read the words this coach wrote about himself, I started to really see that being bombarded with constant, seemingly unsolvable problems can cause you to lose sight of the real work and your purpose. Who are you really when it is all said and done? The feeling that no matter what, the joy you got from your work will be around the magic of working with young people was lost. In the article, the coach shared the following words about who he is and what mattered to him: learning, teaching, serving, developing, helping, and service to others. Admittedly, as I read this, and the coach himself stated in the article, this could come across as oversimplified and corny. But in reality, it really resonated with me. I then started to think about my responsibilities to this organization and the people who work here, you. What are our core values? Who are we? And what do we do well? Well, here are just a few of the numerous responses we receive from the members of this organization, what they think about us, what we do well, and who we are.
What do we do well together in art class? We work well together, right?
We really work very well together.
The teamwork here is what gets everything done.
We can take on anything you throw at us and handle it with class.
When it's needed, everybody comes together.
Communicating and supporting one another. I think that's something that we do really well.
I think that in Upper Darby School District, one of the things we do well is relationships.
We make everyone feel like they are our family.
We are all like a family.
We have a really good family mentality of taking care of each other.
When things, for me personally this year, went like challenging, difficult outside of school, the entire faculty and district, the support that I received, the outpouring of love and support, that's something that I certainly won't forget.
As a first-year teacher, I felt so welcomed, not only by the other teachers and staff, but by the students as well.
It's encouraging to come to work every day because you know that everybody here has your back.
We have a great relationship with each other. Our camaraderie is we're wonderful.
We learn to love each other and support each other through everything that we do.
We stick together as a family of royals.
I think what we do well is find different new and innovative ways to connect with the students.
We are open to new ideas, and we're always willing to try things and be at the forefront of exciting opportunities in education.
We really do a great job of growing kids, taking kids from wherever they are in elementary school and pushing them absolutely as far as they can go.
The children learn to grow as students, grow as learners.
We get our kids prepared for what's coming next. One thing that Upper Darby does especially well is accentuate our diversity.
Diversity.
There's so many different people from so many different places, and it works.
We just are one big melting pot, and we embrace everyone in this district.
We try to learn as much as we can about the different cultures in our community.
Celebrating a lot of our students' diverse backgrounds and cultures, and really finding ways to put it into our curriculum.
We learn from each other. I learn from them, they learn from me, and they learn from each other. There's a lot of pure interaction, and it just blends together the way it's supposed to.
We feel loved and appreciated and a part of. It seems as it's just like Trinidad is in Upper Darby.
I sent my children to Primus, to Drexel Hill, and to Upper Darby because of diversity. I wanted them in a multicultural community that they were going to live in. and Upper Darby does that extremely well.
But the thing that we do absolutely the best ever is love kids, regardless of where they come from, what they look like, what their situation is. We want to see every kid succeed, and we believe truly that all kids can learn.
Upper Darby has a multitude of caring, dedicated individuals who have been here for a long time and some who are new, but they care about the community and the families and the students.
We understand that it's more than just academics, that there's also a social and emotional piece to every child.
We embrace our children as if they were our own. Each one is cared for lovingly as if they came from our own homes.
So that they can leave us feeling safe, feeling taken cared for, and having learned a lot when they're here with us.
It is clear that diversity is our strength and something to celebrate. Unfortunately, I believe that current trends in education, the overall lack of respect, unfunded mandates, and unrealistic expectations have taken away the magic, the focus on our real work. So, here are my words of encouragement and motivation. We are going to get through this. We are going to focus on bringing back the magic one day at a time. We're going to remove some of the additional stress and burden we can creatively control regarding how we evaluate people, the time we give to you to do your job, and the way we celebrate who we are here. We can't solve everything overnight, but we can chip away at certain aspects that make the work that we do here more difficult than it should be. It is going to take all of us working together to make this happen. It is not a one-person show to help bring back the magic to this profession. But I know that we have a lot more clout here in Upper Darby and this school district than we give ourselves credit for. And a concerted joint effort can influence this profession for the better. Our service to young people is our guiding light. It is why we do what we do, and they need us. Society needs us, and I'm thankful that you are all here working with us for this organization. And I think we bring back the magic by acknowledging all of you. While we are virtual, please know that this time-honored tradition of honoring all of you will not change. And while we're virtual, when we call out each of you in this organization, please stand up wherever you are. We are here to identify the strengths of our students, our staff, and one another. We have to take the time to celebrate who we are and what we do in this community. So thank you to everyone on this list: transportation and bus drivers, bus aides, transportation office and staff, maintenance and facilities, our cafeteria workers, personal care assistants, our crossing guards, our noontime assistants, our secretarial staff, our administrative assistants, our safety and security department, central registration, technology, our counselors, social workers, psychologists, and other staff who provide emotional and psychological support to our students. All of our administrators, wherever you are with your staff, stand up, be recognized. All of you are at the very core of our organization, and that is our teaching staff. To our teachers, thank you for staying with us. I'd like to also thank our Board of School Directors who have supported all of us during very difficult times. Board President Brown, Vice President Don Fields, Board members Rachel Mitchell, David Neal, Deborah Williams, Desiree Lamar Murphy, Neil Desnoyers, Dr. Meredith Haig, and Damian War-Savage. Without the support of our Board of School Directors, the past 2 years would have been even more difficult, and their stewardship and constant support will continue to help us move forward to reach our tagline of opportunity, unity, and excellence. Before we close, I have asked our Supervisor of Art, Theater, and Music, Mr. Christopher Lashley, to select a song that would help us kick off our school year.
There's a hero when you look inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer when you reach within your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. you face the world alone, no one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone take them away. Hold on, there will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find a way. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside. No, you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you.
Thank you, Callan Clark, for sharing your talent with us, and to Christopher Lashley for identifying the song Hero. Our staff are truly heroes. To our staff, thank you for all that you do for this organization. Throughout the school year, I will be stopping by our buildings and offices to meet with you and discuss opportunities to bring back as much of the fun and joy to the service we provide this community. I am honored to be the superintendent of this district, and I'm looking forward to a great school year. Welcome back.